seems like Demetrius Andrade was just too good for the machine, Liam Williams.
All right, let's mute it. What is it? 3 o'clock in the morning. Tired, but nonetheless, we still had to watch Jake Paul knock out Ben Askren in round 1. Disappointing. I thought I was actually going to be partying during that card. Long story. So, I just got finished watching Demetrius Andrade defeat Liam Williams to defend his WBO 160-pound title. And frankly, this right here, it still bothers me. Remember this? Amir Khan versus Devin Alexander with Keith Thurman versus Leonard Bundu. And Demetrius Andrade on the undercard versus Jermell Charlo. And Demetrius Andrade pulled out because the purse was too low, $250,000 at that time, and it was supposed to be a career high purse. Also, it's well known that Demetrius Andrade, before he joined Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Promotions, he had some promotional issues. Also, Demetrius Andrade was hurt in round number 9. I hope they show that highlight. So anyway, I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. We cover every single major fight live. Also, yes, that uppercut. You know what? He's gotten so much better with it. I don't remember that being like a tool that we've seen a lot of. Maybe because it's late or remind me. That's when Andrade was hurt. Like, see, he's good, but he's not fighting. I mean, depends on how you rank Liam Williams, you know? So I'm not trying to disrespect him, but I don't really rank Liam Williams that high. And coming into the fight, yes, Liam Williams has gotten better, but many was expecting Demetrius Andrade to look good against him. So the question is, who's Demetrius Andrade going to fight? Like, yo, they need to stop bullshitting around. I'm tired of it. Look at what a fight like Jake Paul and motherfucking Ben Askren is doing. And you got these boxers pussyfooting around. And also, you can't blame Jermell Charlo for not wanting to fight him. You can't blame Al Heyman for not wanting to give him another shot at any of those fighters. Especially if the Charlos themselves, are saying that, like, nah, we're not fighting him. Hold on, let me turn it up.
I will be disciplined to fight that fight.
Hey, I understand the DMX, but I'm not trying to get copyrighted, Jack. So, he pulled out of the fight. It was all done. I remember. I did videos on this channel. Yes, on this channel. I was on this channel. I did videos on it. It was done. The poster, everything was done. So now to see like the level of competition that he's fighting, and him and Golovkin and Munguia being on the same network or broadcaster, and with Andrade and Golovkin being on the same promoter, like, bro, like, the fuckery's got to stop. They got to do something. And then you have Andrade going on the record to say, well, he getting paid money to fight guys like, Luke Keeler. I forgot what podcast he was on. My bad if I'm a little too loud. But let's listen into the particulars. Please subscribe to TstreeT Controversy, FightView360.com. I am upset with the PBC on Fox desktop because I was going to watch Harrison Perella first.
Let's make it official.
I watched it on the couch, but long story.
The scores.
Oh yeah, Black Rob died too. Damn, they really gonna play the music. Turn it down, Jesus.
The judges' scorecards, and here are the totals. Judge Gerardo Martinez has it 116-111. Ben Ra, Russell, and Rourke Young both have it 118-109. Your winner by unanimous decision. He is still undefeated and still the WBO middleweight champion of the world, Demetrius Andrade.
So let's listen to the post-fight interview. So basically, I'm gonna have to go to the full broadcast to pull up. We may have to do a jump cut because I'm watching on the zone. But that was only the full fight part. So let's go to the full. Where we at? Is this the full fight replay? To watch the or listen to the post-fight interview, because I want to hear what's next. So I was on the couch. I was like, basically, to be honest with you, this is what I planned on doing. I said, like, listen, I don't get too many Saturdays off, and also I'm involved in a big, super crazy lawsuit. Not me being sued, but me. Long story. So I had a lot of legal paperwork, like 500. I'm starting a nonprofit organization called FathersAgainstAbuse.org. So, well, it's called Fathers Against Abuse, but it's a lot. So, boxing is my, like my release. You see what I'm saying? So, let's go to the post-fight interview. Let's get back to business. Also, get the zone if you haven't, you degenerates. I feel the zone is essential. Yeah, let's rewind back. All right, start here.
Winner by unanimous decision. He is still undefeated and still.
I broke my hand too. I'm supposed to be wearing my splint. You see it?
Demetrius.
I can't. This. Right there. Crazy story. You don't want to know how I did it. I got a boxer's fracture.
Andrade, who improves to 30-0. He is still the world champion, at least a share of the middleweight world championship. And now he hopes to garner.
Oh, there's that copyright music right there. So let's fast. I don't want to fast forward. I usually like to let it all play through. Even if I do cover it late, I like to treat it as like it's real time, so I don't mess up my own system. But how's you guys doing? So if you don't know, let me pull up the rankings here on FightView360.com. In fact, let me pull up this old Ring TV story about how Andrade had pulled out of the Charlo fight over money and communications. But word is, and I remember, is that he was trying to sign with Rock Nation. And I'm guessing I remember he was trying to get out of his promotional deal. And he was trying to go to Rock Nation. As you know, Rock Nation is kind of like boxing is kind of defunct. Because even though they had all that money, they couldn't get no fighters. You see what I'm saying? Al Heyman had that shit on lock. So, Andrade's been in the doghouse ever since then. Like, pulling out of a fight when it's done like that, it's just like, ooh, shit. When you agree to everything. I mean, granted, promotional issues aside, still it's just like, that shit is still haunting him to this day. And you would think like, man, how come, Jamal Charlo, WBC 160-pound champion, and Andrade won't fight to unify? When you got Andrade fighting Liam Williams, and you got, who was a mandatory, by the way, and you got Jamal Charlo fighting Juan Matil, whatever that guy's name is. Bro. And me and the Charlos, we got bad blood, so I'm scared to talk about it. We was just getting close to a truce. A delicate-ass truce. And now he do that fight, I got to talk about it. It's like, damn, I'm going to be like, damn, Charlo is some bullshit. And he going to be like, I don't know you neither. He's like, who are you? You ain't nothing. You know how they get, man. They get real. Jamal be cool. He be crying and shit. But, like, no, I shouldn't have said that. Listen, Jamal, he be the one. Like, okay, let me tell you the whole story. Let me tell you the lore. Before we listen to the post-fight interview. Let me tell you the lore. So I was at the Sean Porter versus Andre Berto press conference in the Dream Hotel in Manhattan somewhere. And I was dressed. I came late, right? And I had on like some green and blue like Fight View 360 hoodie. And the only place to stand with my camera and shit, everything was all full up. It was Charlo versus Hatley and Berto versus Sean Porter, if I'm correct. So just so happened, I walk in there, and I'm dressed like Team Hatley. Team Charles Hatley, and it was bad blood. And just so happens, the only place I can place my camera to be able to get the footage was over there with Team Hatley. And it was bad blood going back and forth. So anyway, long story short, I go to try to get an interview with Mal Charlo after Radio Raheem talked to him. He see me walking up, and he like, no more interviews. And he walk away. And he started looking at me as he walking away, like, you know how they be. I'm telling you, I swear to God, strike me down. Strike me down. So then I was at the PBC on Fox, Charlo versus Korobov and Charlo versus Harrison 1 fight. Working. So I'm at the post-fight press conference, and I'm scrolling through Twitter. And somebody was like, yo, TstreeT, he lost. Ask him what he think about that. And I asked the question from Twitter, and I gave a little disclaimer. I said, it's probably going to get you upset because I know he bad blood. So I read it to him, and he just started letting me have it. Inside, I was like, No, on the outside, I was like, But on the inside, I was like, ugh, shit. Christ. Oh. I'm a Charlo guy, so that was a little hurtful. But anyway, let's get back to the show. Please subscribe. It was a little hurtful. But then I was on like a Zoom call. Was it a media call? And I asked the question, and I said, "Fight View 360," and it didn't ring a bell. Or he was like, "All right, we cool now." So now they fight Montiel. Ooh, I think it might reignite the badass blood.
I gotta go back there and look at, what I did on the replay. But listen, Liam Williams, hell of a fighter, tough, strong when he comes to fight, and that's the type of fight that people wanted to see me in. That's what we did. I showed out. I performed the way I need to perform to get the W, but my hat goes off to Williams.
So just so we're clear, I am not from Texas. Charles Hatley is from Texas somewhere. I am not Team Charles Hatley, okay? I am not Team Charles Hatley. So we're clear. I was never Team Charles Hatley. It was a big, crazy misunderstanding. I'm not Team Charles Hatley.
All day.
Did his toughness surprise you?
I mean, I already knew he was tough, but him getting back up, wanting some more, showed me that he was that and he already was that. So it wasn't a surprise. So he's a dog.
You have a habit, at least in recent history, of knocking guys down early, looking like you're ready to finish, but not quite getting there. Was this more of the same, or was there something different about Liam Williams?
I mean, you said it yourself. He's tough. he came here to win. I'm not fighting anybody that's coming to lay down because they get put down or they get hit with hot shots. I got hit with some hot shots too, but at the end of the day, we both showed that we're tough fighters. We want to be here. And that's what you get. You get a dog.
My bad. The wire had came out, so it reset all my screens. So my bad. We should be good now.
Fight, you get two people that's willing to take shots and give shots. So Liam Williams is that. I am that myself, and so that's what the people wanted to see. So we did it.
He said he was going to pressure you all fight long, and that's exactly what he did. How did that pressure affect you?
I mean, for me, it was great. I didn't have to do much but set up some shots. But at the end of the day, pressure does, what they say, make diamonds, and I polished it up and did what I had to do to become instilled.
Now stand by for 1 second. I want to bring Liam in for a minute. Liam, a tough fight. You did exactly what you said you were going to do. You came forward. You were the aggressor. What did you think of the way it played out?
Yeah, he's Demetrius is a very good fighter. He's better than I thought, to be honest. He's more slippery than he appears, on TV and stuff. So yeah, it was good. I couldn't really get going in terms of landing shots and getting my combinations off because I did him once. I hurt him a couple of times, I feel, but he's gone before I knew it and couldn't capitalize on it.
It seemed in that second round when you got knocked down, you would have thought it would have demoralized you. It didn't. It seemed to inspire you and make you fight even harder.
Yeah, 100%. I know I'm tough. Everybody else knows I'm tough and I can take a good shot. But when I went down, I just thought at the end of the day, I've taken a clean shot. I've taken the best shot he got, and he didn't keep me down. So I've got nothing to fear.
Do you think you proved tonight you can compete with the top 160s?
Yeah, 100%. I feel, I don't feel like I'm going to take too much of a step back now. I believe I'm going to stay at world level. I believe Demetrius is probably the best of the champions, other than probably Canelo. He is. I have to give him credit. I know.
He just bent the knee
in the build-up and that, but I've got nothing but respect for him. He's quality.
Appreciate it, Liam. Thanks for the strong performance.
Quality guy.
We're going to go back to Demetrius Andrade as they share a moment with Team Williams. Demetrius, Liam said that you were the best of the champions. There are 3 other champions out there. Jermall Charlo, he has a fight scheduled for June. Gennady Golovkin, Ryota Murata, they don't have fights scheduled yet. Do you think you did enough to inspire one of them to get into the ring with you?
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm the champion. I'm undefeated. I shouldn't have to inspire anybody to get in the ring for a belt, an undefeated record, and a whole lot of money on the table. So whenever we can sit down and make something happen, I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to risk it all. I want to show that if I'm the best, I got to get in with them guys, and they got to do the same thing as well. So this was a nice stepping stone for me to get on to the next level.
You have had a multi-year back and forth with Jermall Charlo. It is one of, I think, the biggest fights that can be made in all of boxing. What is your message to Charlo after a win like this?
Let's get it on. You never gotta do it. That's gotta go. That's it, man. Listen, this is boxing, it's serious business. I'm having fun with it. I fought a hell of a fighter today, and at the end of the day, I'm ready to go home, chill, and enjoy my family. We talk to Eddie Hearns when the time.
All right, I want to ask Eddie Hearn about making that next fight. Eddie, it's your responsibility to make big fights for Demetrius Andrade. You told me this week he is the most difficult fighter to make big fights for. Did your job get more or less difficult after tonight?
Well, I thought firstly it was a great fight. Big props to Liam Williams. If you're a champion watching that fight, firstly, as Demetrius says, he's done his job. It's not his responsibility to convince the other champions to fight him. Champions are supposed to fight champions. Okay, you've got guys out there like Jermall Charlo. His brother's doing a great job. He's going through the divisions fighting champions. Jermall Charlo is fighting, I can't remember his name. What's his name?
Juan Montiel.
Right, Juan Montiel. Well, Conor McGregor said it best. I don't know.
Who the fuck is that guy?
He's got an opportunity. If he doesn't want to fight on his own, we've made him a massive offer. Demetrius will go and fight on Fox. It's not a problem. He's not expensive. He's going to cost him the same as Derevenchenko. As you said, Jermall Charlo against Demetrius Andrade is a big, big fight. It's two great American world champions. Why are the champions not looking to face Demetrius Andrade? He was hurt tonight. He was tired tonight. He can't make 160 forever. If I'm Gennady Golovkin or I'm Jermall Charlo, I'm looking at him and going, I can beat him. So why not step up? Gennady Golovkin, a great champion. He's planning a fight with Murata on December the 31st. We're in April. Gennady Golovkin should be looking and speaking to the zone and us and saying, I'll fight Demetrius Andrade in the summer and then I'll fight Murata in Japan. Two massive unification fights. Champions have to fight champions. And Demetrius can't just keep defending these belts. He was great tonight. Liam Williams was great tonight. And again, like you said, he was hurt. He was tired. He can't make 160 forever. So if you're Charlo, if you're Golovkin, let's do it. Let's make the unification fights. Champions be champions. That's what boxing's about.
I hope we see it sooner rather than later. Guys, back to you.
Well, okay, Eddie. Okay. Simmer down now. Look at his look. He knew what he just did. Look at Eddie's face. Look at his face. I captured that at the perfect time. I'm sorry to be yelling at you. Why is my gain so high? I got to fix that. Let me see something here with my microphone. Everything looks to be testing. Well, anyway, listen, that was a nice spiel. So basically, we know that Eddie Hearn, and I pretty much knew it, doesn't control Golovkin. Doesn't even control Canelo. He's the promoter on paper. You see what I'm saying? Tom Loeffler and Golovkin are pulling the strings. And also, Golovkin has stake in the zone. You see what I'm saying? But for him to wait a year to fight Murata, bruh, you're on some, boxing is on some weird shit. If you notice, I don't be covering boxing. I cover the fights. I stay out of the politics now because I can't do it. The stress is too damn high. I got too much stress in my life. When you got guys like Teofimo, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia all going back and forth, but deep down in our hearts, we know they're not going to fight no time soon. And Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia capping Mike, we know it's not going to happen. Canelo and Golovkin 3 ain't going to be bro. And Golovkin, what the fuck? His star has faded real fast. But then again, you kind of blame him a little bit because he rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, media members. I'm telling you, I heard some shit. Once that second Canelo fight, he went Hollywood. He didn't become Gennady Golovkin before. He became Gennady. Started popping his collar, wearing Miami Vice colors and shit. Stop speaking English. Shit like that. Motherfucking the shit that got you where you are. You get that bread and you go. So boxing fans, they don't forget that shit. And that's why you notice, his last couple of fights, that shit ain't been really buzzing. And it's not really because, before, he could have fought a Zometa or Derevenchenko you know, or Steve Rolls. And then in my opinion, the Steve Rolls fight, I couldn't give that to him. And for those longtime viewers, you know I'm a straight dude. Yes, heterosexual, but meaning straight shooter. Yes, straight in the pipe. But anyway, listen, all I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this. Bruh, like, you know, they've been fumbling the ball over there. They need to fight Andrade this summer. Like, you want to wait out for Murata? Bro, and if you look at the IBF rankings, FightView360.com, I was looking over them earlier. You got to fight, when you're a champion, you have to unify, you have to fight somebody in the top 15 of your sanctioning body. Now, look at Jamal Charlo's sanctioning body. He already beat the Revianchenko, you know, and then they picked Matteo. But look, it's not really nothing there. You even got Carlos Molina. Yes, that Molina. Yes, that one. The one that fought Lara. That Molina is now in the 160 rankings. But he can't fight in the States. And then if you look at the IBF rankings, look what GGG has to pick from. His next comeback fight has to be Andrade or one of these two. Who you going to fight? Vincent Figan Boots? Vince Figan Boots? Huh? Ew. Look at this, man. And then Munguia can't get a fight. Like, they bullshitting around over there. Like, ain't nobody trying to hear it no more. We're tired. The people are tired. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. We cover every single major fight live. Follow me on Twitter at TstreeT4Life. Don't worry, Eddie. I see you. You know what you're doing. Hopefully. You better get Fury Joshua announced. That's your ass.